What's up everybody, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com. Now if you've narrowed your mattress search to the Leesa and Tufted Needle mattresses, hopefully this review will make that decision a little bit easier. Both Tufted Needle and Leesa use proprietary materials to provide comfort to the sleeper. The Tufted Needle has a straightforward 2-layer approach, while the Leesa uses 3 layers to give you a little bit more transition. Now today I'm going to compare and contrast the materials used, the feel and firmness of these mattresses, run some tests, give some recommendations. But if you want to go on deeper dives into either the Leesa or Tufted Needle mattresses or any other mattress that I've reviewed, you can just Google Sleepopolis and mattress reviews to see my full listing there. But for right now, let's jump in and compare the Leesa and Tufted Needle mattresses. So first up, let's talk about the materials used in the layers of the Tufted Needle mattress. Now the Tufted Needle is an all-foam mattress made of 2 different layers and it stands 10 inches in height. Now the cover of the Tufted Needle is a polyester blend. It's pretty thin, nothing really to write home about. The comfort layer of the mattress, which is the one on top, the one you're actually going to feel mostly, is 3 inches of their proprietary Tufted Needle foam. It's kind of poly foam. It's got a quick response to pressure, so some good bounce to it. It's got kind of a medium firmness in my opinion, so you're going to be able to change positions, be comfortable in multiple positions. Something that Tufted Needle is really big on is this combination of pressure relief and cooling. I found that the Tufted Needle foam is pretty breathable, so it did help me sleep a little bit cooler. Now underneath that is the support center of the mattress. It's made of 7 inches of high-density polyfoam. High-density polyfoam is a really common support layer in bed-in-a-box mattresses. It's a firm material that provides kind of support to the layer above it, as well as the sleeper on top of the mattress, and gives the mattress its shape overall. Next up, let's talk about the Leesa mattress, which is also an all-foam construction, standing 10 inches in height. This time it's made up of 3 layers. Now the cover of the Leesa is also a polyester blend. It's a little bit thicker than the Tufted Needle cover, a little bit cozier. Now the comfort layer of the Leesa mattress is made up of 2 inches of their proprietary LSA 200 foam, which is kind of a latex alternative foam, so it's got quick response to pressure, it does a good job of dissipating body heat for cooling, and it's got kind of a medium firmness to it as well. Now below that we have what is kind of called their contouring layer or something like that. It's 2 inches of memory foam, so as you push further into the mattress it gives you a little bit more kind of pressure relief deeper in the mattress, which is nice for side sleepers there. Something to note is that by putting that latex alternative foam above that memory foam kind of contouring layer, it does 2 different things. Because memory foam has a reputation of kind of that slow response to pressure, people can feel kind of trapped in the layer, and also it has a reputation of trapping a lot of body heat, so it can cause people to sleep a little bit hotter. By placing it underneath that LSA 200, that latex alternative foam, they're defending against the feeling trapped in the layer with the bounce of the LSA 200 and also the body heat trap of the memory foam. Below both of those layers is 6 inches of high density polyfoam. Again, very common support layer in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses. So now that we've seen what makes up the Leesa and Tufted Needle mattresses, it's time to talk about what they actually feel like. Now first, with the Tufted Needle, in my opinion, it has kind of a medium plus firmness, so kind of a 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, with 10 being the firmest. And in my opinion, that works pretty well for back sleepers. You know, I did feel like I was sinking in a little bit on my back with that foam filling in the space beneath my lower back. You know, with that quick response to pressure from the Tufted Needle foam we talked about before, I was able to change positions and roll around pretty easily. Didn't feel stuck in the layer at all. It's not quite bounced like you might expect out of like a latex layer or a hybrid mattress, but there's still pretty good mobility. Rolling onto my side, again, I did feel that this mattress is just a hair to the firmer side. I think most combo sleepers would probably be okay on this, but broad-shouldered or heavier side sleepers are going to want to be careful because they will press through that comfort layer and start to interact with that firm support below. So if you are a bit on the heavier side or a broad-shouldered side sleeper, something like that, that's going to push through the comfort layer, you're probably going to feel the Tufted Needle is a little bit firmer thanks to that high-density polyfoam at the base. Finally, rolling onto my stomach, the thing that I'm really looking at here is whether the mattress can support my hips. You know, stomach sleepers really have to be careful about that because if your hips sink into the mattress, it kind of throws your spine out of alignment there. I felt like my hips were pretty well supported on this mattress. Again, just a hair to the firmer side of a medium firmness. My weight's pretty evenly distributed in this position. If you are a really strict stomach sleeper and you want something that's kind of like firm as a board or really looking for something with some strong support, it's probably not the mattress for you, but in general, I think combo sleepers that just kind of roll onto their stomach for part of the night would be okay on the Tuft & Needle. So now let's jump onto the Leesa mattress, which in my opinion also has kind of a medium firmness, that's 6.5 to 7 out of 10 range on the firmness scale. We've got that latex-like comfort layer for a little bit of bounce, mobility, and below that the memory foam contouring layer for some deeper pressure relief. Now lying on my back on the Leesa felt fine, and to be honest, it wasn't that much different from the Tuft & Needle. Now changing positions on the Leesa is easy thanks to that LSA 200 foam in the comfort layer. It's that latex-like foam with that quick response to pressure, so even with the memory foam layer below it, I didn't feel trapped on the Leesa. So as I rolled onto my side, even though there is a slight raise in pressure, which is to be expected when you're side sleeping, I felt that the Leesa did a better job of giving me some cradling pressure relief with that contouring layer below than the quick transition on the Tuft & Needle. And finally, rolling onto my stomach on the Leesa, again, it's much the same as the Tuft & Needle. Weight's pretty evenly distributed. I felt like my hips were supported pretty well. If you're a combo sleeper, it's probably okay, but if you are a strict stomach sleeper or a little bit heavier in a stomach sleeper, you're probably gonna wanna look for something with a little bit firmer support. So a test that I run during all of my mattress reviews is called the sinkage test. Basically, I'm trying to find out if you're gonna feel like you're sitting on top of or sinking into bed. To do that, I place 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. So I have a 6-pound medicine ball, it's filled with sand, simulates a lighter body part, a 10-pound steel ball, it's the densest ball used during this test. A 50-pound medicine ball, also filled with sand, simulates kind of a heavier portion of your body. Think maybe you're like your shoulders, your hips. And then finally, a 100-pound medicine ball, if you are a bit heavier, simulates kind of like the center mass of your body. And I laid these balls out on both the Tuft & Needle and Leesa mattresses. Now the Tuft & Needle had a little bit higher sinkage across the board, except for that 50-pound medicine ball. We're gonna have the results pop on screen here now. You can see that there's an 1.5 inch sinkage on the 6-pound medicine ball for the Tuft & Needle compared to 1 inch for the Leesa, 2.5 inches on the 10-pound ball for the Tuft & Needle compared to 2 inches for the Leesa, 4 inches for both the Tuft & Needle and Leesa on the 50-pound medicine ball, and 6 inches on the 100-pound medicine ball for the Tuft & Needle compared to 5.5 inches for the Leesa. Now overall, these are kind of average results when I'm testing a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses, 10-inch bed-in-a-box mattresses, things like that. And with the mobility from both the Tuft & Needle foam and the Leesa's LSA 200 foam, you're still gonna be able to move around pretty well, but it is interesting that there is a little bit more sinkage on the Tuft & Needle than the Leesa. Now both Tuft & Needle and Leesa do offer other models in their mattress line, so I want to touch briefly on those here. We're going to start with the Tuft & Needle Mint, which is also an all-foam bed-in-a-box option. In my opinion, it is a little bit softer than the Tuft & Needle. It includes a transition layer as well as a firm edge support layer, which allows you to sleep all the way to the end of the bed without worrying about collapsing it, which makes it really nice for couples. I do want to point out that it is a little bit more expensive than the Tuft & Needle, with the Mint coming in at just under $900. Next up is the Sapira mattress, brought to you by Leesa. Now this is a bed-in-a-box hybrid mattress. The top of it is actually kind of a mini version of the Leesa with latex-like foam over memory foam over HD polyfoam. But below that, there's 6 inches of pocketed coils for support. It's got kind of a medium firmness to it in my opinion. It also has pretty impressive motion isolation, so if you do sleep with a restless partner, that's something you're gonna wanna look for. Now it is a little bit more expensive, with the queen size version coming in at just about $1,600. Now those are two really short kind of discussions on the Mint and Sapira mattresses, so if you are looking for deeper dives into those, again, you can just Google Sleepopolis and mattress reviews to find my full listing of mattress reviews there. So after all of that, you might be asking yourself, which one of these mattresses should I buy? So I want to give a couple recommendations before we go. Now, if you're looking at the Tuft & Needle mattress, I think it's a really great no frills mattress. It's just got that 2-layer design, so if you're just looking for some nice cooling and a little bit of pressure relief, I think the Tuft & Needle is a good choice there. And also it's a great value option with the queen size version coming in at just under $600. I think the Tuft & Needle is a really quality mattress for a good price. Now if you're looking at the Leesa mattress, I think it's great if you're looking to sleep a bit cooler. It's got that latex like foam, that LSA 200 foam on top, which does a nice job of dissipating body heat and defending against the heat trap of the memory foam below it. So if you're looking to sleep cool, the Leesa is a good option. And also I think it's great for combo sleepers. It's got that medium firmness. You're able to roll around, change positions really easily, and feel comfortable in multiple positions. So if you are interested in purchasing either a Tuft & Needle or Leesa mattress, I wanted to give you a little bit of information on that process. Both the Tuft & Needle and Leesa offer a 100-night trial period, so you get a little over 3 months to try out both of them in your house before you have to decide whether or not to send it back. Both of them offer 10-year warranties. You'll obviously want to check out exactly what those warranties cover on their website, but that's about the industry standard. Shipping is free for both of them. They both arrive compressed in a box. Now in terms of price, the Tuft & Needle is a little bit less expensive, with the queen size version coming in at $575, while the queen size version of the Leesa comes in at $995. So that's it for my comparison today. If there's anything I didn't cover, please leave a note in the comment section below. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements, and subscribe to our Sleepopolis YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming and new reviews and comparisons. And be sure to check out sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.